G'day everyone, my name's Sean Mason. I'm Deputy Principal Learning, Teaching and Innovation at Catholic College Wodonga. This video, the Senior School Subject Selection Information video, is designed to give you an overview of the two pathways we offer here at Catholic College, the VCE and our VCAL certificate. Our VCE pathway is the most common pathway, and it's the pathway that most of our parents are familiar with. This is the scored pathway, which of course runs over Year 11 and Year 12 and culminates in those exams at the end of Year 12. It's the pathway that is mostly in the media, and it's the pathway that ensures access to universities and tertiary study at the end of Year 12. If a student is thinking about tertiary study, then they must look at the VCE pathway. Students will study Unit 1-2 subjects in Year 11, and they'll study Unit 3-4 subjects in Year 12. It's important to note here that a VCE pathway can include our VET subjects, our vocational education and training subjects. It can include them. It doesn't have to, but it can include our VET subjects. When we think about the other pathway that we offer here at Catholic College, that's our Victorian Certificate of Applied Learning, our VCAL pathway. It has a strong vocational focus. Work placement is fundamental to the VCAL program. And unlike the VCE, in VCAL, a VET subject is compulsory. It must be part of the course. That's because our vocational education and training subjects really encourage that applied learning and hands-on program of VCAL. So if your son and daughter is not thinking about going to university directly after Year 12, and they're thinking more about a trade, or they're thinking about getting an apprenticeship or joining a TAFE program, then certainly the VCAL program is something that we strongly encourage them to explore. Our VET subjects is not a pathway, it's more of a domain, like science, that has subjects within it. Our vocational education and training subjects include things like engineering, sports coaching, building and construction, hospitality, hair and beauty, and creative and digital media. It's a nationally recognised qualification. Students will be able to leave Catholic College Wodonga with either their VCE or their VCAL certificates, and also a nationally recognised qualification in the subject that they've chosen to do through VET. It can contribute to your VCE subject, to your VCE pathway, but it must contribute to your VCAL pathway. To have a look at this in a diagram, you can see here that our VET subjects are in the middle, in the red. And you can see here that they include things like structured workplace learning. The training is involved here at school is nationally recognised training, and it can contribute to the VCE, the green at the top, but it must contribute to the VCAL certificate. And you can see there that the VCE line at the top in the green, the completion of the VCE will lead to things like university, TAFE or employment, and the VCAL program will lead predominantly to employment or TAFE or an apprenticeship or a traineeship. So there are two pathways, and it's important to note where VET fits into those pathways. I'm now going to hand over to Jackie Martini, who's going to introduce you to the VCAL program and our structure in a little bit more detail.
Hello, my name's Jackie Martini. I'm the VCAL coordinator here at Catholic College, and I'm excited to introduce you to a bit of information about our VCAL program. You may have heard that the VCAL certificate is being discontinued. Here at Catholic College, we are well equipped for the transition to the new VCE certificate that will begin beginning in 2023. What this means is that for current Year 10s enrolling in the VCAL program, they will do our normal VCAL program as it stands in 2022. This will be the last opportunity for students to graduate at the end of Year 11 with an intermediate VCAL certificate. Those students who are continuing on to Year 12 in 2023 will have the credit that they have accrued in Year 11 taken into account and added to their new VCE certificate, which they'll complete in 2023. Students enrolling in 2023 in Year 11 will be starting the new VCE vocational certificate from the start. The new certificate will provide all the opportunities that currently exist for VCAL students. It simply means that they will graduate with a VCE certificate. Further details about this new certificate will be made available to you as soon as they're made available to us. The VCAL is structured into 3 separate certificates to cater to the differing needs and abilities of students in the VCAL program. The foundation certificate is for students who have been working extensively with our learning support department and need extensive assistance with reading, writing, social, emotional and interpersonal skills. Foundation is a program that is usually recommended to parents and students. Intermediate is a certificate that most Year 11 students undertake. This can be taken as a standalone certificate where students can graduate after 1 year. It can, under certain circumstances, be taken over 2 years, for example, if a student is also doing a school-based apprenticeship. The senior certificate is only available to Year 12s. It is an opportunity for students to extend themselves and to really develop their independence as learners as they work towards a workplace or further education. The VCAL program is extremely flexible, and you can see on the slide here the minimum requirements for any VCAL program. The exciting thing is that most of these elements can be met in a very wide variety of ways, meaning that we can cater to the specific aspirations of each student. Students must undertake literacy and numeracy subjects, they must undertake a VET subject, and they must undertake at least 10 credits. This happens automatically when you use our subject selection programs, and if you need any assistance in making a more tailored program, we can work with individual families and students on that. What you see on the slide here is an example of how students select their subjects when moving into the VCAL program. You'll see across the top of this grid the names of the VCAL strands as they appear in the curriculum. We've taken those strands and put them into subjects in a way that we believe offers the greatest flexibility to our students. Under the literacy skills strands, students can choose to undertake either VCAL literacy or VCE English. Likewise, under the numeracy strand, students can elect to take a VCE maths instead of VCAL numeracy. Students who decide to undertake a VCAL English or VCAL maths will have to be approved by the head of those domains. They don't need to make an application, this will happen in the background. You will see that all students must undertake a VET subject, and you'll see that also that we've taken the 2 subjects of work-related skills and personal development skills and turned them into a single subject that we call core. The other exciting option that we have here at Catholic College is the opportunity to undertake an additional VCE subject. We often refer to this as a passion subject, and it gives students a chance to continue on with a subject that they really love. For example, in the arts or technology, students who decide to take that option are expected to participate fully in the VCE subject, the same way that any other student in that class would. So as you can see, VCAL is a really exciting and flexible option, especially for students who enjoy practical learning or who are looking specifically to go into the workforce, onto TAFE, or do an apprenticeship or traineeship. I'm very happy to answer any questions that you might have and look forward to having conversations with you as you go through the subject selection process.
I'm Stephanie Davis, and as the Director of Learning for Senior School, it gives me great pleasure to be able to outline the VCE as a senior school pathway. The VCE is a 2-year program starting from the beginning of Year 11 and concludes at the end of Year 12. Exams are a compulsory component of the VCE, and students sit external exams at the end of Year 12 to help generate the ATAR. The VCE is the pathway that students choose if they wish to obtain an ATAR, which is a ranking which allows them to enter into courses and universities of their choice. In Year 11, students are required to select 6 subjects, 2 of which are compulsory at this school. The first compulsory subject is English. Students can select from English, English language, or literature. The other compulsory subject area is religion. At this school, students are required to select from Youth Ministry, Religion and Society Units 1 and 2, Texts and Traditions Units 1 and 2, or Call to Action. From there, they are free to select 4 electives. Thankfully, these students have come through from a pathway program and had a wide range and experience of a variety of different subject areas. So by having that experience, students should be well equipped to work out what subject areas they like, what they're good at and what they're interested in. And that's the recommendation when selecting Year 11 subjects, is to really select subjects that you love and it's a passion. Students are also recommended to select subjects for the entire 12 months, as swapping halfway through the year is discouraged. When students get to Year 12, again they are asked to select 6 subjects, 2 of which again are compulsory, but we have 2 options here. The first option, where English is once again the compulsory subject area, English, English language or literature, and RE is still the compulsory subject. In option 1, students are required to complete Living as a Christian Today in semester 1, and then in semester 2 they'll then head into the PLE program. From there, students are required to select 4 electives. These 4 electives may be continuations from their Year 11 program, or this is the opportunity where students can actually make some changes in their subject selections, going from one year to a next, particularly as career pathways and aspirations for life after school does seem to change in this time. In option 2, again, English is the compulsory subject here. English, English language or literature are the choices there. But students may actually choose RE as one of their electives. Here they can choose from Religion and Society, Units 3 and 4, or Texts and Traditions, Units 3 and 4. By choosing an RE elective, these subjects go for the 12 months and also contribute to an 8R. These students who choose option 2 are in the PLE program for the 12 months and then have a further 3 electives to choose from. Once again, that can be a continuation from the Year 11 program, or this is the opportunity where they can make some changes to their subject selection based on career aspirations. We have a number of key staff who support students and their families as they journey through senior school, regardless of which pathway they choose. Myself as the Director of Learning, but alongside me I have Jackie Martini, who is the leader for VCAL, Damien Morrison, who is the Learning Leader for VET, the Deputy Principal, Learning, Teaching and Innovation, Lisa Wise, who supports students and their families, particularly for those students who have a chronic illness or an ongoing illness who may need extra support in their learning, and Sandy McCoy, who is there to support students and families with career development, university entry and university courses as well. That concludes our subject selection information. I now direct you to the subject selection website. Thank you.